హాయ్ యోయో వ్యూవర్స్, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసేటప్పుడు అక్కడ ఉండే గంట సింబల్ ను ప్రెస్ చేయడం మర్చిపోవద్దు.
Garuda Express, an international courier service. Hi, hello and welcome to YOYO TV Chit Chat with me, Sheena Saluja, where in studio we have with us the D16 or 16 movies hero and director. So let me tell you the hero of the movie, Sir Rahman, also known as Raghu in the Tollywood industry, and the director of the movie, Karthik. And let me precise on the age of the director, which is just 22 years old. So let's find out more about the movie and their future projects.
I still don't get this. Okay, Raju. Okay, missing case? Yeah, to begin with. And cold-blooded murder. Cold? I don't think so. And one planned accident. Maybe. ఇదంతా ఒకే స్పాట్లో జరిగిందా? దీనిలో ఎంతమంది ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యారు? 16. ఇదంతా జరగడానికి ఎంత టైం పట్టింది? 16 hours. ఫ్రీకీ కోఇన్సిడెన్స్. ప్రతి హత్యకు ప్రత్యేకమైన కారణాలుండవు.
మీరు ఇస్తున్న హింట్ని బట్టి చూస్తే మనం ఒక సైకో కిల్లర్ని చేసి చేస్తున్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. హూ నోస్?
Hello. Remember me? Let me give you a clue. A simple one. బాగా ఆలోచించి చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పిన వాటికి నేనే కారణం. You can call me a psychopath, serial killer, murderer, sadist. ఏమైనా బట్ నేను ఇవన్నీ చేయడానికి ఒక కారణం ఉంది. కాలం ముందు ఎవరైనా సరే తల వంచాల్సిందే. అది నేనే. మీరు నన్ను వెతుక్కుంటూ రావాల్సిన అవసరమే లేదు. ఎదురుపడ్డా నన్ను గుర్తుపట్టలేరు. అయినా కూడా మీరు ప్రయత్నిస్తే ఐల్ కిల్ యూ బ్రూటల్లీ. ఇంకా కనిపెట్టలేదా? గుడ్. థింక్. కీప్ థింకింగ్. బట్ యు నో ద ఆన్సర్, రైట్? హూ am I?
Here, you'll be needing this. Boom.
So yes, firstly, a huge congratulations to Rahman sir and Karthik. It's been amazing in Tamil. It's coming like huge response coming in for Dhruvanga Pattinaru, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong. It's going amazing. So Telugu, it's releasing tomorrow. How is it all about? How do you feel about it?
Very excited, especially in Telugu it is titled as Padiharu, 16, every detail counts. And I wish not only in Andhra, Telangana or anywhere, I wish this movie to go all around the world, even in Bollywood or Hollywood, and because this movie is a special movie, not only for the director but for me too.
Yes. Karthik, such young age, 23, 24 I guess?
22 now.
22,
Yeah.
Oh god. First movie.
I was 21 when I made the film actually.
Yeah, so we would count that as 21 I guess.
Okay.
So 21, movie going so amazing, a thriller I would tell. How do you feel about it?
Actually this is kind of scary because before the film's release people didn't have any preoccupied notion about the director or the movie, but after the film's release I think since it has become a very big hit in Tamil Nadu, there are a lot of expectations for our next project, and I think we have to satisfy them, and
Exactly.
I consider that as a responsibility. Yeah.
So coming to Telugu, which is being released tomorrow, D16 it is being titled. So
16.
D16.
16.
Yeah.
Just 16.
16.
It's just 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So 16. So the D is coming in like we see the trailer, and by it is like 16 days, 16 hours, and 16 people involved. So how is it all about? Just give a gist about how is it?
Well, you got to ask the writer of it.
Now the film involves 16 characters and it's the narration of 16 hours. It's not 16 days, it's the narration of 16 hours.
Okay.
And actually we titled the Tamil version as D16. D means Duruvangala as well as Sir's character name is Deepak. So it's like, short form of that D16. and I think the entire plot revolves around his character. It's the redemption of a wounded soul. If you ask me, I'll put the one line of the movie through this. It's the redemption of a wounded soul. I think we can't reveal anything more than that as of now.
The original title, as like you said, mentioned before, Dhuruvangal Padinar, that means it's like extremes, has a lot of poetic and novelistic thought put into it. Because just putting a title nowadays in most of the films, the title is something and the film story is basically something. But this is the proper title for this. But it's not just not an ordinary title. The meaning of it itself shows in another dimension. It's like extremes of your, like he had told before, human emotions.
So Karthik, this question is like fired on you. So is it like a real story you've heard or read or anything, or it's like, to be precise, it's a real story or a real story? What is it?
Partly real and partly real.
Okay.
That's how I work, because the working style of every writer, it differs. Few writers, they prefer to watch a lot of movies, and few writers, they read a lot of books.
Exactly.
And obviously I watch a lot of movies, but to be very honest, I don't read a lot of books. But I meet a lot of people. I have conversation with them so that I can get to know about their life, about their backstories and all. I personally believe that having a conversation with somebody is equal to reading 1,000 books. True. So with that being said, I meet a lot of people, and I get stuff from their life and I incorporate it in my film.
So like writing the script and everything, did you have sir in mind? Did you have Raghu sir, if I would tell
Rahman.
the Telugu, how you're famous in the Telugu industry as Mr. Raghu and Raghuram.
Rahman, Raghu or Rahman.
Raghu or Rahman, to be precise. So did you have sir in your mind, or did the character demand his, his role and physique in that?
Okay, when I wrote the script, I didn't have anybody in mind, but after writing the script, I think the character chose Rahman sir. Instead of telling that I chose Rahman sir, I think the character chose Rahman sir. Because the character of Deepak, it's like it has to underplay throughout the entire film. And over dramatizing something or emoting is very easy compared to underplaying. And I think Rahman sir does that with ease. He's effortless when it comes to acting. So that's why I just approached him, and he, kind of realized the potential of the script, and he said yes.
Coming back to you, sir, it's like a comeback for you coming in the lead back in the movies. So how did you choose the script? What was more attracting in the script that you chose it?
Yeah, it's been a while since I got such a heavy character to play as the lead and things, because of lately I've been, my characters have not been this meaty enough.
Exactly.
Due to circumstances. And but if you look at my body of work, I've been always been choosy. Whatever characters I did, I never try to repeat it. Sometimes only the characters that I repeated was being a cop in most of the movies, the few of the movies that I've done. But it had a different kind of storytelling in that, or the content was different. And I basically, when I started with this film, it was just an actor myself doing this particular character called Deepak. That's all about it. I was not thinking of, targeting and making it, my comeback film, or my, going to be 100 days. I will see to that. Planned everything. No, nothing like that. I never planned anything of this one. I just did it as an actor, got something, and I tried to justify it. I only felt the realization is when I saw the movie personally. That's when everything hit on my face.
So your character with the trailer, I see you can call me a murderer, psychopath, a sadist or something like that. So tell us about your character Deepak in the movie.
He's a cop, naturally cop investigates, and the beauty about is I can only talk about what I was doing, how my style from the rest of the cop stories that I have did. In this movie, I think we have brought not only on the technical side, but even on the directors chosen to be actors. All the actors have gone into another higher level of acting. Trying to bring the subtlety on all the actors. Be it not only me, even the new faces. Everybody is new in this movie other than me. So we saw to that. It's very original, very realistic. At the same time, it's not an art film or it's not a class film. It is a mass film, which like one director, famous director also said that this movie has broken all the rules of filmmaking. So you will not see the usual conventional type of police story in this movie. You will feel as if you are in a real situation.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
could
how
see
it
that
is.
through the trailer. It was like I was, jumping off my seat. Like, how is it? What's happening? What is happening? Like, that was the whole thing. What I was
and
facing.
this in my I can only talk about the acting that I did or the body language I did, because first of all he mentioned me. So we want a cop who's like, like they say, the boy next door or the girl next door or whatever. So it's like a cop, the next door cop. The normal cop that you see, not the filmy Singham kind of cops, or
Okay.
when you wear your dress and you're rigid and
Exactly.
your sharp turns and dialogue delivery and punch delivery. We cut off all those things, because in real life you don't see all these kind of stupid things. So we brought down that to incorporate what he wanted and what is written on the script. I was to have to incorporate that, like to bring that fine thin line of balance.
Exactly.
So when you're trying to do such kind of acting, it's even more tougher. You can be exaggerated in front of camera. Everyone intend to become exaggerated. You have to cut down that process. So making it live and making it lively.
How much could you connect to the, your character?
In all my movies, whenever I do anything, I fall into that character somehow within the second day or the third day. If my director is good enough to understand me, or if he has the brains to, convince me, then I get into the character. And I'm very passionate about my career, and I'm very passionate about acting.
So your first movie working with such a huge star, I would tell. So how was it all about? Were you like, work has to be done, or you were like a chilled out, yeah, these stars are there, my work will be done? How were you as a director on the sets?
I think you define the qualities of a director very well, because a director should have both these qualities.
Exactly.
He has to be adamant to some extent so that he has to get his work done. At the same time, he should not panic. He has to be chilled out regarding his work, because the moment I start to panic, I think the work falls flat. Everything goes haywire and I can't do anything about it. And working with Rahman sir, it was like, initially for the first 2 or 3 days I was kind of scared, asking him for one more, because his experience is greater than my age. He's having 32 years of experience in cinema. So asking one more from such an artist, it was like, a bit of a concern for me. But I think after 2 or 3 days we got used to it. We were on the same page.
So you told there are 16 more characters and different people in the. So tell us about them. How is it?
I think because of the genre, we can't reveal anything. It's experienced best without knowing anything.
So, sir, making a mark in Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, in all industry, making your foot so firm, where do you find that comfort zone in these three genres?
I find that comfort zone with the character and the director that I'm working with at that time. I love brainy directors, or with some sensible directors who has some common sense. Not living with, I've worked with others also with the flukes of success and the luck of success. But when you really get to know, there are few people you think they have done 2-3 films with a lot of success, and but when you know that they're not brainy enough, it's all just happened sheer luck. So that is very disappointing, and I'm very attracted to people who have common senses. I'm talking about directors. And who are sensible enough. So that's my comfort zone.
So connecting to your answer, defining Karthik, how do you define him as a director?
I need not say that, because the success itself proves it.
Exactly.
Yes, it is because when this movie started off, is through the narration, he trying to convince me, and I refused it. At the first time, I refused this movie. I will not do it, because when he said I'm doing a cop role, I just did this like this. Then the second time he made me listen to the story. He was very adamant that I should listen to the story, and very adamant that I have to do this by any cost. Otherwise, he said he will just not ever do it or not ever approach this subject ever. He started, that's how they do talk. But for me, I started liking it, and I loved the screenplay. And the screenplay, I had to keep on hearing it a couple of times, because according to me, it hit my ego. Is most of the films that I have worked with, within 1 or 2 sittings, I understand the whole concept of the story and my character and everything. But for him, I had to sit at least 10 times. And that hit me, because he kept narrating. Visual treat is different, and narrating this kind of genre is very difficult.
Exactly.
I cannot do that. And he keeps telling, and he's a bit fast, and then he talk blah, 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 blah. Then again, let me come back, rewind, talk, like that. So that hit my ego, and then that was that brainy thing, it works in your mind. So these were the few reasons how I started doing the film. because I have not heard an interesting screenplay like this before till now. To all the 200 films that I have done so far, I have not heard, fantastic screenplay it was. So these were the things, little things that got me into this movie. But at the same time, I was scared about it because he had no earlier experience in movie making. He promised me within 28 days he will finish this film. I just laughed like that because I heard bigger directors saying whatever date they say, it always takes more than that. Extended, and we had 3 different locations to move from Chennai to Coimbatore and Coimbatore to Ooty. And then he's saying 28 days, how is it possible? And so many scenes, and this is a brainy scenes, and dialogues are there, movements are there. What are you going to do? But they had planned it out everything, and they were all this young team from his age to the youngest person in the whole team was him.
Yeah.
And the whole group in things. So, and then giving a responsibility on his shoulder was for my decision. Should I or should I not? And his father was the producer finally. And then I could find there was something, some things are, made from heaven, like blessing, like he was behind me to do this. And yes, then I walked into that, and within the second day itself, I knew his caliber on the sets, because I was relaxed, like I didn't have to put anything. I just have to sit there and wait for my shot to come and do my work. That's it.
Yeah. So is it true, like it took only 28 days? How did the whole planning and everything go on with you?
Actually, we got just 20 days for pre-production for the entire film. If given a chance, I would have done more than that, but we just got 20 days. And regarding the planning, I think I was clear with the entire film in my mind, because once you are clear with that, you can break down everything to your comfort zone. So I think that's how we work. And regarding the 28 days, I just told Rahman sir that, sir, I'll start the film on September 25th and we'll wrap it up on November 1st. And that was a huge risk we took because we shot during rainy season. So if it had rained for one day during shoot, then the entire schedule would have like collapsed. Because working on a very low budget, that too made in production house, we can't afford a lot of schedule changes. We can't afford to send people off every time saying there is no shoot because of rain. So I think when you really want something, the universe cooperates, right? That is exactly what happened. And I think because of Rahman's cooperation and everything fell in place, we were able to finish it off in 28 days.
So Rahman, so before we move on a little bit from the movie, I would request you, like I've seen the trailer personally and I loved it, no doubt. So I would want to have a personal dialogue of yours from the movie, anything of your choice for sure. So in that character, in the mood and everything, so you can give a shot like, take
I know Rahman's favorite dialogue in the movie, but unfortunately we can't reveal it now.
But I can say freaky
coincidence.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's so really like freaky coincidence. I was like, that's nice. I loved it like completely, no doubt. So, sir, being born in Dubai, if I'm not wrong, and now living in Kerala, and now in
Chennai,
working in Hyderabad, living in Chennai and working in Hyderabad. Which is the more preferred city and the country you would always be there?
Overall, India is my favorite country. I've traveled all over the world, but the freedom I get, I think I feel India is the best place, and especially South India. And Chennai, I'm used to it more than my native. I'm used to it, and I love Chennai. And I love Hyderabad, because Hyderabad has good eat-outs.
That's what it's like. Everyone, if I ask, Hyderabad is like most famous for food, no doubt. So what is your special thing which you love in Hyderabad?
I love all the good food. I love basically food, and food is something interesting, right? Even in TV or channels you watch, anything that is connected to food, you just stop and you keep looking at it.
So you are a big biryani person, if I would be precise?
Yeah, I love biryani, I love parathas, I love everything, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, anything doesn't matter.
Yes. So do you keep your hand in cooking anytime?
Yes, I used to cook before marriage, as a bachelor. But I do good cook. I mean, I cook somewhere. I cook biryani and things like that.
Nice.
I love it, Now my wife doesn't allow me to come inside.
Coming on to your family, sir, you have 2 kids. Tell us about them.
Yeah, well, I'm blessed with 2 angels, 2 girls, and one is, they both are the same age. So it's for me, like, after the movie, every time I come home and relax and I look at my daughter, she keeps telling something to me. I say, hey, you don't anything, sit down. then again the next day morning I put up on my makeup and go to the set. Yes sir, no sir, okay sir. The same 21-year-old, you know, I'm looking the set. When I'm saying you don't know anything, you sit down, and when I have to listen. So this is my, you know, I used to sit back and think about all that.
So are they all set to get in your industry, if I would tell? Are they interested in it?
Well, my elder girl shows interest, but I want to, you know, have education to be completed. I don't know what's, you know, written on her head.
Yeah. So do you all, like family, obviously, do you all sit back, see your movies, and how is the whole, you know, comparison? Dad, you must have done that. And
Yeah,
is
my
that
elder
coming
one
in
is
all
more,
this?
she's more observant in movies. Because she has my passion of how watching movies and things like that, mostly Indian movies. And she observes the screen, the script, screenplay, dialogues, everything. And she hasn't gone to any classes or something, but she keeps telling me the wrong and the right and all that stuff about other actors, about me and everything. And somewhere what she says is my view,
Exactly.
opinion. So she's not like a immature. She knows what she's talking about. So she gives comments about every movie, and especially this movie. And she cried after seeing the movie in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she
it
was
touched.
always on the sets? Was
No. She doesn't. She doesn't come
No.
onto the set. Nothing, because I don't want them to get distracted between their
With the
studies.
studies.
So, but then they observe the movie
They
a
do.
lot. Yeah.
So coming to you, Karthik, tell us about your life, your education. How was it all about?
I think I can tell about my life, you know, rather than my education, because I discontinued when I was in the third year of engineering.
Okay.
I think regarding my life, I'm yet to explore life. I'm just 22, you know, I've just stepped into the world of filmmaking, so I'm yet to explore life. But as far as I know, life is very interesting and it's beautiful, you know, just like the film, it's like unpredictable. You can't predict what's going to happen next for you. I think I just take it as it comes.
So it's like from engineering coming into filmmaking, that's like a totally kind of a different
Yeah, contrary
field.
sides, yeah.
Yeah. So how did it all come up to you? Like, were
I
you
started
interested?
making short films when I was in the first year. So
Okay.
till that point, I didn't have any clarity or idea in mind regarding what I'm going to do for the rest of my life or what is my career going to be. I had like no idea about that till I joined engineering college. But after I started making short films, that is when I decided, no matter how hard or the level of struggles I'm going to face, filmmaking is where I belong, and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
So are
Because the
you...
moment I took up the topic of filmmaking, people tend to feed a negativity to you.
True.
They are like, the success ratio in filmmaking is very low and it's not for everyone. I just told them, see, it's my life and I know my decision.
So your parents were supportive about this? Always?
They were very supportive, or else this film wouldn't have happened in the first place. My father and mother, they belong in the education line actually. My father, he works for the disabled people, and my mom is a chemistry lecturer back at a college called Avinash Lingam at Coimbatore. So I think if it was a normal household, their son coming and telling them that he wants to venture into filmmaking would have created a very big chaos in the household, because we know about the mindset of father and mother, but still, end of the day, they just told me that, see, this is your life and this is your career. We can only advise about that. We don't want to, intrude in that. So it's your call and you can go ahead.
So your parents belonging to education background, they didn't ever come up to you like you're not dropping your studies or do whatever. They didn't, have anything.
Yeah, they
about
advised
it?
me. It was not like, you hold my hand and they didn't let it go. It's not kind of like that. They advised me regarding, it's your life, it's your decision. So think twice before you make the final call, because once you discontinue, you can't go back once again and you won't have a degree. So that was their advice. After thinking for a long time, I just kind of felt that I was being alienated in engineering college. I didn't feel that I belonged here. So that is why I took that decision and they were okay with it.
So you were all said that, yaar, mujhe to chhodna hi hai engineering. You were all set about that.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I
See, even about the producer, if this sheer example, like your question stated, saying that didn't your parents stop you from?
Exactly.
And what he said also was there, because not all parents are like that,
True.
like telling a child live your dreams. But of course, I know them personally, and they were educated. They'll tell you the mistakes and everything. But the real simple fact is, when he was struggling in the industry to get a producer, and when he couldn't, he almost like went down, and he just spoke to his dad casually. That's a don't worry. Tell me how much it is. I
Then
will.
I'll produce. It was
I know they're not
just a
financially
simple phone
sound.
call.
They are not financially sound.
That's like, that totally puts a full stop to my question that they were like 110% in support with you and
Yeah.
with the movie.
Yeah.
So
No, the
it's-
father, it's not for the movie, but for the son. Father gifted, father did something for the son.
I think it's his blessing, because he didn't ask me the one line, the title about the movie, what is the script, screenplay, nothing. He just told me, give me a rough budget and you start working.
Just
on
a
the
blind
film. Yeah,
faith, I would tell.
Exactly, yeah.
So, Karthik, it's like whenever you start a new project, this is obviously a new field where you were stepping in. So, did you have that scary moment, the nervousness working with such a big star, and the whole thing? Did I do something wrong or something? You were clear with the script, no doubt, but the thing of having a success and this, a fall, it's very thin. It's a very thin line in filmmaking, no doubt. So how did you cope up with that? Did you ever feel, yeah, I should have been in engineering only?
No,
Did you
not
ever
even a
come
single
back?
time. No, I never regretted that decision. But yeah, of course, I felt kind of scared and nervous a lot of times, but I never doubted my own decision. Because the moment you start to doubt your own decision, that is when everything, it will be like you will start to have doubts about yourself. So when you have that in mind, it's like very difficult for you to cope up with your work. So I was kind of scared when approaching him, and I was kind of scared while directing him for the couple of days. And I think you have to, this all comes with the part of, our job, being a director, it requires a lot of patience. So I think it comes with that.
I think that is the whole mindset because of which you are in such young age. No doubt, age is no bar nowadays. We see so much of talent now. But I think that is the whole, mindset because of which you are seeing such huge success. Many more congratulations to you both for amazing job. So, sir, tell us when are we about your future, projects? How is it all?
Yeah, future projects. After the success, obviously, I've a lot of movies have been spoken about and talked for, and the storytellings are going on. There is one in Telugu that I am discussing about. So once that gets concrete, I normally don't like to talk before the chickens are hatched,
So it's like always we've been seeing you excelling in negative roles, more of which I would tell. So is it coming up like the next roles also? Is it something
No.
like that?
No. Now I can't do that. I can't do a negative shade because it's not because I just got here into this role. It's not like that. Sometimes if the role demands, it's not that I will do the hero roles hereafter because I've got this beautiful success on my head and I got to live up to it. And if I have to live up to it, I have to stand in the industry and the people has to like. They expect from me. There is a crowd that expects from me such kind of films. And maybe I've just made a new road for that for some serious film goers or something like that. No? In being in my status or in being my experience, so I can take a movie to another level. That's what I think I will do in the future, trying to do something different. And of course, it's not the hero something. My hero will always be the script and screenplay. So that's the hero. Especially this movie is also like that. It's try to give more importance to the content.
So it's always.
And moreover, jokingly, I'm happier now is because more than the success is my little girl got to see me as a hero in a movie.
That's actually a
because my elder one knows, but the second one always felt, why are you always, like a bad man in the movie and things like that. When she feels, shy to tell friends and all that stuff. So why you just say I'm an actor? Actor will be good, but we are just acting.
So she was the happiest person to see the movie.
She's the more proud.
Yeah. So tell us, Karthik, facing huge success, no doubt. Once again, I tell that. So what is your coming up projects? Are you planned with stuff?
It is on flows, and I would like to take one step at a time. That is how I approach filmmaking. So next film, it is produced by Gautam and Nene, and regarding the cast, we are in talks. We'll announce it officially after everything goes on paper.
So sir, would you if obviously it's the script what demands and not the director as you told. So would
the director also to be them.
It also? Yes.
The director should have some brains.
Common sense. I would quote that, no doubt.
Brains.
Okay. So would you if the script and the director you have worked with, would you mind working with Karthik, or you would be like all
Definitely,
yes?
why not? Definitely, I would love to if I feel if the character is good enough and things like that. Of course, his talents I know. His ability I know, and I don't have to think about it again. Not like how I sat in the first place.
So being in the industry for so long, sir, I wouldn't even quote the years because it's uncountable kind of. So now you were waiting to play a hero, a lead. So what is else more like you have I wouldn't quote it as a dream role, but a thing you want to do, a role?
This question I have been asked all my life, and I don't know, is it my problem? I don't know. I never had this having a dream role or roles that I wish to do or want to do. I never had that in mind. I know for most of the actors they have it, but I don't know. I've been hearing it all my year. I still not have found it. I want to do movies. I like to do characters, and it should challenge me in some way or the other. And that's it. I never have something. The character that I did in this movie, or the way that I portrayed my character in this movie, is, and I'm awesomed about it. I am dumbstruck about what I did in the movie. It's gone to that power level. Maybe if you ask me, can you rework this again? I don't think so. I can. It just happened.
So do you like take up the experiment thing, or you plan to play it safe with the roles when it comes up?
Plan to play it safe. Experimental, yes, it will come automatically. But whatever it is, you got to. I can't be very artistic because I know I'm doing a cinema. It's not for. It's an entertainment business, so there is a little of that artificiality also in it. So it's just how you balance both. I'm talking about only in acting wise. I'm not talking about the character or whatever it is. So I try to bring that fine line in between them both. So that's how I go about it. And I'm also happy, I feel that after this success of this movie all over the South India itself, people are slowly yes, of course, they are accepting good movies. There are other good movies, so many good parallel cinemas, like what they call, which has been run. But it's changing. There is a change, and I'm happy that youngsters like Karthik and many of them he has opened the doors for many of them, like things like that. And I'm happy that they could recognize my talents and come to me, or actors like me, in today's generation. So yeah, I'm in that 21-year-old generation.
No doubt. So D16 or 16, I would quote it as, releasing this Friday. Why do you want us to see the movie? I love the trailer and I'm waiting for it to see, but in your words, why do you want the audience to see?
In my way, you can see the movie not only for me, or not only just a 21-year-old boy Karthik Narayan has directed, but otherwise you will have a better experience when you go to see particularly this movie in the theatre, because it is a movie to be watched in the theatre. It has an experience to be watched in the theatre. It's not only just the story and the thing. There's so many other 24 crafts that is worked into this movie. Making a movie, you need this 24 crafts. Most of them don't use the rest 20 crafts in it, or it just, maybe it's only there in the title. But he has given all the importance of what a real movie should feel like, sound like, look like, and being showcased like. That's how it should be. That's how we appreciate the Hollywood movies. It's definitely like that. This is not any nativity kind of movie, anything. It's so for all the new aspiring young talents out there, for them it'll be worth it to watch this movie. It can be an inspirational learning, something like, in today's generation or today's time of the world, like these movies can be made here, or this kind of things can be done. They will have an inspiration how to go about the script, how to go about the screenplay, how to go about the editing, all that. And there's a little, you can get inspired from this. So for all the aspiring people, I'm saying. For others, this will be a totally full-on entertainment film. It has broken all the records of movie making, like I said earlier. And you will not have time to go to the washroom, nor go buy a popcorn. That's the beauty about it.
Just have to catch the seats and just sit there for
It's like you normally say, you make sit edge of the seat. You see edge of the seat only in horror movies, like they're stuck, but they're not thinking. But this one, edge of the seat means you are interacting. This movie also interacts with the audience.
So it's like brainstorming all the time.
Yeah. You will be talking. You will be talking to your friend, and you will be a detective, or you will be somebody inside one of the characters. So it's more like an interaction film.
So not missing on the topic which sir told, the music and the sound effects, the editing. Was it a hard time for you to get, your people and the technicians, and how did it all go about?
I contacted everyone through FB. It was not very hard to get them together, because my editor and cinematographer, they are brothers, Suchit Sarang and Srijit Sarang, and I met my music director through my editor, Srijit Sarang. So it was not that difficult to form a proper team.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
So it's I would tell a luck and your efforts, for no doubt your efforts, your struggle
Yeah,
and
it is.
everything.
Yeah, it is. You know,
no
cinema is
doubt.
all about destiny. You have to be at the right place and right time. You know, no matter how much of talent you have and how much passion towards filmmaking you have, still cinema it has to cooperate. You have to be at the right time and at the right place. I think
And-
that's what happened with.
And one more thing, like I said, you know, it's a theater experience in all the sound and everything. Please don't misunderstand me. This is not a Jurassic film or Jurassic Park kind of film where you have dinosaurs walking. Nothing of that sort. It's just a normal making movie, but there are so many beautiful things that
the
is happening.
cinematic experience, it can be
is different.
experienced best in theaters. You know,
Theatre.
instead
So
of
you
watching
don't
it.
take away the movie visual, you take
Yeah.
experience with you.
Exactly,
It's
yeah,
that
exactly.
how it is.
Yeah, in a normal film.
In a
So with
normal
the way I said it, people who's watching this might find that, oh, is it a Jurassic Park or, or a, King Kong film or anything.
But
It's,
storytelling
yeah.
experience will be complete in theaters.
Okay. So what would be your take on why should the audience be stressed on watching this movie?
According to me, I think filmmaking is all about communication between a filmmaker and the audience. Me narrating a story to the audience. So people, if they want to listen to a very good story, you know, I won't call it as watching a film. If they want to listen to a very good story, I think they can come to 16 Every Detail Counts, and definitely the story won't disappoint them.
So you are such a young person and you've already been an inspiration for many of us and many of the audience for sure. So what would you tell the young generation or your generation too? So how to like go ahead with your dreams? Like you have gone with your dreams and you have successfully fulfilled your dream. It's just a start, no doubt. But how would you quote it as?
I think instead of calling it an advice, I can put it like sharing my experience to them. If you have something in your mind regarding this is what I want to do, then please don't change from that. You know, your conviction, it has to be very strong, because the moment you take an offbeat topic like cinema, people, not just cinema, the moment you take something which people don't prefer a lot, then automatically a lot of negativity will be around it. You know, people will say this is not for you, it's not as easy as you think it is. So you should not listen to all that. You know, if you are clear with your goal and your destination, you just have to keep moving forward. You have to ignore all the negativity and negative people around you. That's it.
Exactly. I think that is the most important
Yeah,
thing.
that's the most
to
important thing.
go
Yeah,
ahead with.
we shouldn't let other things influence your mind and your decision. Yeah.
So what would be your say about this, sir?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a good judge in saying why to see this movie or not to see the movie. Anything for me, every movie matters. Even if I'm not acting, if I'm watching it also, it should be of some reason. So the story must be there. There should be something different in the movie that I see. So for me, that all matters. When I'm watching a movie, I'm just like any other normal audience. So it should connect with me or somewhere something, or it should satisfy me. So I think those will be some sensible films only.
So yes, it has been amazing to know so much about the movie, which I haven't, waiting to watch the movie, and you have been very much, on your seats, like not revealing anything about the movie in spite of me trying to. So please tell us, when is the movie releasing?
This movie is releasing on March 10th in the whole of Andhra and Telangana, and it's dubbed into Telugu as well as in Tamil. It is we have Tamil version and the Telugu version, and this movie is also simultaneously releasing in Kerala in Tamil version. It is already running in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It is crossed 70 by 11th of Monday. 11th of, it's crossing 75 days, and that just in many theaters, not one theater like most of the superstar films. It is running in 30 theaters and running successfully. I have to boast about it because it's really been an honest, successful film. I underline honest, successful film.
So yes, thank you so much, Raghu sir, I would tell, and Karthik.
Thank you, Sheena.
Thank you.
By conclusion, I would only say is book your tickets online or anywhere and get your tickets, because it is for sure going to be houseful. Because right now what I'm going to do is book my ticket to see the thriller of what happens in the 16 hours of that episode of the movie. So find out more about this only on YOYO TV. This is Sheena Saluja signing off.
Hi, this is Rahman. Like, share and subscribe. This is YOYO TV. All the updates you want to know, watch YOYO TV.
Hi everyone, this is Karthik Narain, director of 16 aka 16. So like, comment and share YOYO TV to know all the latest updates about films.